The great Minneapolis City Council debate is coming. It's going to come. And Onsite Public Media is going to be holding it. We're going to be holding a debate in April or May for city council members. Then we're going to be holding another debate in August for city council candidates. Then we're going to be holding a final debate in October for city council candidates. I don't know if anybody's ever done this before. And what we're going to do is basically hold a debate for each ward, which is going to be an incredibly large undertaking, but that's just kind of what we're doing here. So it's the second I'm like, I think we see the light at the end of the tunnel for this project. I decide to just throw way more on the table that's bigger than the table. But I think folks are going to benefit from maybe not even a debate, maybe it's just a forum, a town hall, on who is going for city council in your ward and what are they going to bring to the table? What value are they bringing to your ward? And the same goes for the mayor position as well. We'll hold the same thing. It'll be a little bit easier because mayor is mayor. City council is 12 to 13 wards, and don't quote me on that. That's how uneducated I am on how many wards there are. But getting all of that together, it's going to shed a new light on local politics and who's going where. Mike Freeman gave the sentiment. Mike Freeman is the DA of Hennepin County. Didn't prosecute anybody for Jamar Clark after Jamar Clark was murdered by the MPD. Prosecuted nobody after Kobe Heisler was murdered by police. Has a record of protecting police. He said, it's best if people don't know who I am on the ballot and they just see incumbent. You say, Mike Freeman? Well, that was the guy that was in there before. Vote him again. Now you know Mike Freeman. You've heard of Mike. If you've been in Minneapolis, you know who Mike Freeman is. And Mike Freeman has staunchly been so anti-black, so racist. I mean, his behavior has been racist. And he's been such a protector of the police that he's got to go. He's got to go. You got to get somebody, just get somebody there with a neutral standpoint. Mike Freeman's caping for the Minneapolis police is just obvious at this point. It's not even like, what are you doing? So Mike has to go, but people kept voting him in because they didn't know any better. I would assume that some people didn't know any better. And that this is the product you get. He's been kicked off the case for George Floyd. Like, that's how sloppy he is, to quote Judge Cahill, another old white man, who said another old white man was sloppy. So people are coming to the helm that are new to this and know that they're going to be held to a very bright, accountable light. And so holding forums and debates is definitely going to shine light upon local politics and get people more involved civically with what's going on in their neighborhood. And then, when somebody said this. They said if a flower pot broke on 38th and Nicollet, be cleaned up right away. Before May 25th, if a flower pot broke on 38th in Chicago, you better clean that thing up yourself and put a new one up there because the city ain't coming by to clean it up. So when something goes down in your hood, you know who to point the finger at, or at least who to call and say, hey, girl, what's going on here? Broken flower pots all over here. These garbages ain't been picked up. What's going on? Like, you have somebody to call that knows something about that or has decision-making power in that neighborhood. But keep a track of onsitepublicmedia.com. We will have the debates and forums going up there. It'll be held on Zoom most likely in April or May, and then after that, we'll see what happens. So, I can't predict anything. Lord knows what's going to happen in 2021. All right. Thank you so much for watching this video. We'll see you in the next one.